yardage out over the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
So we'll give him
20
about
yards, I'd say.
Almost 20, 19 yards.
So Tigers got wide that time with Davis as he shows he's got some speed. Took a good jolt as he went out of bounds.
Now Davis is about equal to Zemer's. Davis I have unofficially, of course, 77 yards, and Zemer around 81 yards for the game.
Most of it in the second half. There's a ball handed inside again. Zemer, you can see Zemer banging outside. He got pretty good yardage once again.
Give him 6 more on that one.
So it's been a good opener for both teams, I think. GSL certainly shows that they're going to have a real strong team in that 3A, and Tigers have come back after some early adversity, and they are now leading by a score of 25-14.
Won't see the Tigers put it up here.
Davis again, inside. Davis hard, running inside. He might have fumbled, though.
He did.
That's what happens when you start trying to get that extra yardage, you know. I think GSL got that.
They're fighting. Number 84 for the Tigers is down there. It's a matter of how strong he is, I guess. Matt Polkerbeck is on the bottom. Yep.
Well, that's the last thing the Tigers wanted to do. Tigers have a man down, too.
So after a gain of about 6, Davis coughs it up, negating the gain.
One of the big linemen of the Tigers are down, though. Might be Patterns.
You can see the training staff around him. We can't see his number, though. So while they attend to the Tiger that's injured on the play, we'll take a break. Looks like Smith is okay, maybe lost the wind or something like that. He is tired. He's played a lot of defense as well as offense.
All right, so let's see what GSL to do here. I got the turnover they needed with just about 5 minutes remaining here in the game, 4:59.
Right at midfield.
There's the ride. Oh, he's got room this time. Mishka got Schleter to beat, and then he breaks free, and he's down all the way to the 26-yard line.
So GSL right back into it, just like we said. If the fumble had happened.
Tigers kind of got back on their heels a little bit and relaxed. You could see that one right from the beginning. Only had 2 men out there, and Schleter got blocked, and finally he had to be dragged down from behind, way down on a 26. Gain of 24 on the play. They got half of it in one gulp.
So they got Schultz back there with Mishka. They split a guy this time.
Bang. Inside handoff.
Tough to see who that was.
Rasper, maybe?
Rasper. 42.
Inside handoff, number 42,
Josh Meyer.
Tackle on that play by DJ Irvin.
Once again, Irvin makes the tackle. Undercheck stung Miska pretty good as he was faking it out there, and that's what you need to do to that quarterback on that option. As they carry out their fakes, you want to sting them pretty good because you never know for sure when they got it.
1 yard on that play, 2nd down and 9.
So it's 2nd and 9 after a 1 yard gain. 4:17 remain in the 4th quarter. 25-14 Hutchinson over GSL.
Barrick flip-flops ends with Anderson this time. There they go strong, trying to line up the pass over the middle. Oh!
Good coverage,
Incomplete.
but you can have good coverage on a number big 87. Should know his name by Art Werner, but he can still get up and make that catch when he's 6'4" or 6'5".
Schleter covered, but he had his hands full. Tigers back with their basic defense, it looks like. Josh Bosching calling the play in there. Backham is at the nose. York and Underchecker at the tackles. Anderson and Barrick are at the ends. Using 3 linebackers right now. Oh, here comes the same old play that they've been using, and Mishka runs her all the way down, close to a first down. knocked out of bounds inside about the 12 or 11 yard line.
Definitely got the first down. So it's going to be first and close to goal on about the 10-yard line. 11, first and 10 on the 11.
So this is the first time really that Glencoe Silver Lake have been able to move the ball on the ground. Tigers might be a little tired.
I think the Tigers are without Tim Smith too as their goal line defense because he's still over here on the bench.
They'll run that same play. Oh, here's Schultz. He's got some room wide. He's going down close to the 4. Same path. It's just like a track over there where they run on that left side, and they've got, must be a new blocker in to help out Werner.
It's been a very good drive by GSL. They've moved it very smartly in about a minute and a half down to the Tiger 3-yard line.
Clock's running, 3.5 minutes remaining, but GSL has been able to move this ball quite easily down from their midfield. Here they come again. Here comes Schultz, and Schultz is in for a touchdown with 3:21. Boy, did they carry it over that left side.
So I don't know if the Tigers let down a little bit. I think it might have been a combination. GSL really did well on that drive. The Tigers didn't have their goal line people in there, but I don't know if it would have mattered on that play.
So they pull within a touchdown at 25-20. They'll probably go for two. Well, could get them within field goal range.
They'll definitely go for 2.
Well, I know definitely. I think where they're going to run. If they run her, they'll go on that left side. Tigers have put another end. No, they got Anderson out there and Schleter. Or put a linebacker over there. No, there's a quick pitch, and Schultz, he's going to get hit short. But that's not a big play there, really, except for a field goal. And that's a 25-20 score with still 3:21 remaining.
Davis and Schleter and Foshing made some good plays on that one. So that's GSL's first score of the second half. Schultz on a 2-yard run with 3:21 to go in this fourth quarter. Schultz has scored now twice on the night. Once from 2 yards, once from 1 yard, but he's carried the load up and down the field when GSL has moved the ball. First time we've seen the Tiger defensive team. I think they got their good hands team in there, as you see Rosno, Webstad, Zemer, looks like
7.
Foshing's over there, 7, Colin Emmons. So they're expecting the onside, obviously. 2 people back. GSL is lined up to onside kick it as well. They've loaded up the left side of the field, as you can see at the top of your screen. Number 49, Corey Cheroux, will do the onside kick.
Uh-oh, they got her too.
Yeah.
They got her too. GSL gets that onside kick. Hit Emmons in the leg, I think it was, and bounded right back into the hands of hit number 5, Poshing. Boy, so GSL is really fired up now as the Tiger defense comes right back out on the field.
It's done just perfectly as far as GSL is concerned, just done terribly as far as Hutch is concerned. They had their people up there that are supposed to catch it, and it was a tough one to handle. It was one of those squibbers. It wasn't end over end, but now GSL takes over. And Tigers might have taken a timeout. Yep.
Tigers need to rest a little bit on defenses. They've been out there all night. Well, you know what GSL is going to do. They're very fired up. They got 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining, so they got a lot of time.
Well, turnovers are the key. All night, turnovers have been the key because Hutch fumbled and resulted in a TD for GSL. Hutchinson had scored 2 defensive touchdowns as well on an interception and a fumble, and then that key fumble by Davis the last time the Tigers had the ball on offense resulted in a GSL touchdown the other way. And now the onside kick can pretty much be counted as a turnover as well, even though it's officially not. GSL gets the ball regardless.
Grady figured they needed a little breather here, and he needs to get out and get his troops organized before anything big happens. GSL, you might know, they're going to start running that ball. They're inside Tiger territory already and the 49-yard line, and so they'll keep hammering Ray. Tigers send Undercheck now over on the right side along with Anderson trying to stem that. and they bring Tim Smith in to play the nose and probably move Backham out to the tackle. There's the ride, and that time it's pretty well defended by number 21 for the Tigers.
Ran the wrong side. They ran right that time.
That was stopped by Bryce Barrick. Little gain on that play, but of course GSL will use 4 plays here. So they're in 4-down territory.
Time really not a factor because GSL has timeouts remaining.
Second down. It's a pass this time. Got some time, and it's thrown away. That time was intended for Krask, number 44.
That was a good coverage again that time by Christensen and Foshing out here on the near side of the field. Key 3rd down, of course, as you mentioned, 2 more downs they'll go for here, but 3rd and about a long 9.
Very thrilling game here to start the season in Glencoe.
Back and forth.
Yeah. Here comes the ride, here comes the pitch. Oh, he's got some room, And all the way down, close to a 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th and about 1.
That play works time after time. It's impressive.
Yes,
he makes one man miss, and then he's got some good yardage.
Well, they get a good spot. Actually, they're going to bring the chain all the way across the field. Well, that was a big play for GSL because they now they got 4 more downs. They'll get one here, and they're still 2:37, and they get it inside the 40-yard line. So Bjork's got to come back in for Smith, as Smith is just playing he's hurt. He's had a bad, I think it is ankle, and he just can't hang in there. So
I think it's wind. I think it's ribs, or he's just not breathing well. He's not limping, and I saw him over here on the sideline, and he was taking some deep breaths. So.
But it's 4th and about a foot, so GSL in good shape here.
Well, here's the play of the game. You know where they're going to run it. It's a matter if you can stop them.
Well, they got Undercheck and Anderson on that right side this time trying to stem it, and that's where I think they'll go, that big Ben Werner over there. Tigers need to get Backham in there quickly and stop that play before he can ride it. Probably ride it straight ahead, though. There comes the play to Schultz, and Schultz cracks for a 1st down.
So 2:27 to go, 4th quarter. They have a 1st and 10. As I mentioned, time not a factor. The Tigers have to catch their wind here, and it's a lot easier to catch your wind when you're in the position that GSL is, driving the football on offense.
So 2 good plays on defense, and then Mishka, the dandy quarterback, got loose again. He's an elusive little guy. There it comes again. No, it's pass this time. Uh-oh, that's going to be a penalty. Oh, they just got their feet tangled up, I guess.
Oh, no flag. Well, I guess that one could possibly make up for the missed call in the 1st half, but they rule incidental contact on that one. Their feet got tangled, they said.
Well, the Panthers were going to the air. Kind of surprised me. I thought they'd ride it again and go for that. Probably do 2 of these and then turn Mishka loose again and try and get him outside. So, all right, big play again. 2nd down, 2:13, a lot of time. There's the ride. That time Mishka again gets loose, and he's belted that time pretty hard by several of the Tigers.
Martin was one of them.
65, Anderson pulled a hamstring.
77 also for the Tigers. Undercheck. Anderson pulled a hamstring.
Yep. All right, they got Doherty over there now. Now they flip-flop, put Barrick on that end. Up here comes Schultz, and Schultz is stuck that time by Davis. And Fashing brings up 4th and about 8.
One thing I just thought about, doesn't it sound funny not calling Aaron Douglas's name on about every tackle? He's been out for a starter for 3 years, the past 3 years, and of course he's moved on to try and play some college ball down at St. Olaf, I believe.
All right, big play of the game here. 4th down, 7. There comes the roll. Here comes the roll.
Screen.
Caught, but it's short of a first down. Tigers hold. And they take over with 1:03. Who got that tackle?
Backham was in there as well as Andrachek, I think. Try to get everybody, but good play. I'm surprised a little bit that they didn't go back to their little rollout a little more often there on that 4th or 3rd down play. But now the Tigers have the ball, 1:03 to remain, 25-20. GSL will be able to stop the clock on some timeouts.
I think they got 3 timeouts.
Tigers have to hold on to the ball here, obviously.
And I think maybe you'll see some keepers, but they'll be tackling at every play here. Zemer plunges out. Be better if he didn't get a first down there and stop the clock, but I think he did. So only took 9 seconds.
That puts him very near the 100-yard mark with that 10-yard carry. GSL takes a timeout because it wasn't a first down, so they needed to stop the clock. 56 seconds. They'll give it to Zemer again, or Wibstad will keep it, one of the two.
Been a very exciting game here, back and forth, like you say. Looks like one team is in charge, and then all of a sudden some errors occur, and the other team gets a couple of breaks, and they turn it around and push it back the other way. And you got to give Glencoe credit; they didn't lie down when they were, what was it, 25-14. Now they're back within 25-20, and they had a drive there that was stopped on about the 32-yard line with about a minute remaining. Tigers now will try and hang on to the ball and run out the clock here.
Andy Rosberg comes off the field, sure giving fairly simple instructions that time. Hang on to the ball.
Whipstead's at quarterback, I formation, strong left, hands the ball to Zemer inside, and he struggles down for a first down. That will stop the clock. GSL will take their second timeout. Clock was stopped anyway on a first down, but as soon as they set the deals, it would have been going, so they'll have one more timeout.
Caping goes in for Schleter. Schleter is winded. He's played a lot on defense, special teams, and offense tonight. As have a lot of the Tigers and GSL Panthers. So it's a good learning experience. The coaches will go back and look at the film. The Tigers have a lot of things to work on, as does GSL, but Tigers did do a lot of things right too. So like you mentioned, a very positive opening game for both teams.
Tigers will try and have Brandon Ingholm back as a tight end. He's a good blocker plus a good receiver, and he's moving pretty good. Of course, like we said, Thody appears like he's going to be out a minimum of 3 games as he has to undergo arthroscopic surgery on his knee on cartilage. Inside to Zemer. Zemer bangs out. Zemer down 9 yards again. See if they take their last time out.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Well, pretty soon, Tigers can just sit in the huddle.
They have to run one more play, then they can kneel on it. 42 seconds, 25-20. Zemer's done a good job here in the second half, and he's run behind that big offensive line, who we can't say enough of how they've come on and blocked much better in the second half.
Well, GSL lost their starting backfield because they had Kosick at that halfback, and they had Parpert, or really a good fullback, and they had Monahan as their quarterback. Schultz played a lot, of course. So
Caping is standing about 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage, just so nobody can get loose if there would be a fumble.
Yep. So clock keeps running here, and actually GSL can't do much. Tigers just have to kneel it down once more. Once again, HCVN has brought you this opening round ball game here from Glencoe High School field, and Sue Potter along with Matt Bosma up on the camera. Joe Matthews helping out. Don and Dave Hansen doing the announcing. Tigers will kneel her down, and they have the victory now with this 8 seconds. Tigers come away with a very hard-earned 25-20 victory, and the scoring here in the second half, Dave.
Started out with Schleter picking up a fumble, running about 35 yards for another defensive score. Fashing had one in the first half. Then Davis scored on an 8-yard run, and the pass failed for the extra point. Then Davis scored again from 25 yards out. That time the extra point kick was good. Then GSL came back after a Davis fumble to score, and a 2-yard run by Schultz, who had a very good game, to round out the scoring with 3:21 to go in the fourth. The extra point failed, bringing the score to 25-20. Hutchinson over GSL.
Well, I don't think either coach can be upset with this game. The coaching staffs, like you said, are do some adjusting. There were some mistakes. There were big plays in the game. But after all, you got the number 1 ranked 3A team against number 10 ranked 4A team. And to have a 25-20 game, very thrilling for the fans. There was some heart-stopping moments for both sides, and it was a very interesting, very good game, very good opening game. And I know Hutch next week will go down to New Prague, where they open their Minnesota Conference schedule. So once again, for Sue Potter, Matt Bosma, Joe Matthews, Don Hanson, along with Dave Hanson, thanks for watching the replay on HCVN.